For the most part, I think we got most of it out of our system because we're still down to like have fun and go out and party and drink.
We got it out of our system, but we're also still down to party. Like regardless, when we go to Vegas, we're out for a very long time. When we go out to each other's parties or whatever, we're out till the last man standing. You know, none of us, I think, are ever the ones that go out with the plan to go out, but call it early because we can't hang. If we gotta call it early, it's because somebody actually has plans or there's something going on or something like that. So we can hang, but we like to know if that's kind of the vibe, you know?
Yeah, of course.
If it is, then we could do it.
It's just that I don't know why it was that last part is like 3 old people just being like, we can hang, I swear.
Can hang out. Yeah.
Invite us.
Bro, I wake up and I'm drinking water and my like,
ew.
I had the alcohol shakes.
Oh, hell no.
Awesome. Okay. Now what?
Dude, he hopped into Discord today. I was like, I'm over here watching a show and I'm eating. And he's just like, hey, hi, hey, what's up? Hey. I was like, shut the fuck up! I'm trying to eat. I was like,
you're so violent.
I was like, just say hey once.
I just need people that can match my freak, dude. And it doesn't have to be sexual freak. You just got to be like my weird tendencies. That's it. I just need someone that matches it.
You act like it's a small thing to match.
It is.
Oh,
it is. Isn't it? Is this where you tell me I'm a lot?
Yeah.
Ben.
I'm kidding. Kidding, because he's gonna take that the wrong way.
Start like convulsing. Volcano explosion.
Wait, so we're not telling you in this game?
Not yet.
Welcome everybody to this week's episode of Heard from a Friend.
That sounded so weird on our end.
You like faded out.
You're good.
Your shit was like,
ouch.
I'll give you ouchies, dude.
How y'all doing? I'm Lee. I don't know if I'm the host. We're just going for it. That's Steve.
Technically it would be Richard.
I don't know, dude. At some point we just came to the agreement of nobody's.
Yeah, I think we're just all gonna take turns of it, like whatever. Like it'll just bounce around, or someone will do it multiple times.
It was.
No, I'm saying like we'll probably just bounce now.
Because last week it was.
Last week, the week before, we were both. You both were just like, it doesn't fucking matter. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, because I figured that
we were overthinking it. I was like, just run it.
Well, also because I thought that week, I realized the same thing that Richard said, that Steve does have a tendency of saying nothing new is going on, and it's like, okay, I mean, I get kind of. Not really,
well,
but
because I feel like we always, like, anytime we've talked now, it's more like, what's new? And it's like nothing. Like everything's kind of at a standstill with a lot of things, or at least things that like that because we can't. We personally decided not to talk about certain things.
There's things that are happening, but there's a lack of interest in them, which is fine. You don't have to be interested in like whatever I'm into, vice versa. But there are things that are happening, but it's just a matter of whether, it's basically an FYP. It's just a matter of whether or not you have the urge, the drive to talk
look into it.
Or not even to look into it, to like talk about it, to bring it up and stuff like that.
I'll talk about anything. I think for the most part, I'm okay with talking about anything and everything, but yeah, no, I think it'd probably fall in like that. More the urge to like look into it. Because there's like the shit that we talk about, like I see it and I'm like, nah. I'll be like, it don't change my life. I'm still poor.
Richard.
What? Yes. No, I was just like, I don't even remember what my point was. I was just laughing at your freaking whatever it is you were doing. And then as far as like skipping shit, I mean, same-ish. Like drama stuff.
Don't skip your shits.
What?
Don't skip your shits. It's important. It's good for a healthy body.
Okay.
How many shits a day do you take? Be honest.
3? Maybe? 3? Yeah,
2
3?
to 3, me. Yeah, also.
3, yeah.
I think that's healthy.
1 in the morning. one when I get home, most likely, and then one at night. And if I'm up super late, then like that, then I use the restroom super late at night because it's like 3 a.m. and I've been gremling it up. So the body's just like, you've been snacking on some peanuts for a little bit because I've been eating peanuts lately.
Okay.
Salted roasted peanuts.
Aren't you allergic to them?
Peanuts? No.
No.
Oh.
I do not have a nut allergy. Aha.
We've been
Yeah, we've been new.
But yeah, so I
He's
guess
allergic
they
to
like
that shit. Oh, I'm sorry.
yes, I guess they help you like just regulate that aspect of you a little bit. I just eat them because it's something to
snack on.
Yeah, and to like kind of stop the late night munchies from taking over and me ordering like 7-Eleven instead of driving over there because driving.
You know what I've been doing
over here?
I've been doing lately?
Yourself.
No. I mean, besides
sure?
the fact, like
self-love's important.
When it comes to snacking,
what's it like being one?
I've been switching to like to fruit.
Me?
So like I like bought some like raspberries and blackberries, and like I just been snacking on those.
I'm your boysenberry.
I'm listening. Keep going. I'm listening.
You a
keep going.
different kind of berry.
Yeah,
Tutti frutti.
Ew. I'm sorry.
He literally said you're shit.
Disgusting.
Your dingleberry is crazy. Like what the fuck? Yeah, I just been switching to fruit for the most part because I realized like when I'm snacking or even like on my days off of the gym, like I eat more or I consume a lot. Like especially when I'm gaming, I like same thing. I think for the most part, gamers, like people like
are snackers,
are big on snack. Like we tend to like want to like have something, even though we're like fuck, my hand's gonna get dirty type of shit.
Yo,
but
anything for the snack.
Yeah, like it's like a sort of comfort for us, I guess.
Yeah,
to have it
because we don't got that fucking red Mountain Dew, that Code Red no more.
Bro, I literally just told this to my niece like earlier today. I was like, I saw an ad for Code Red Mountain Dew, and I was just like, I hate you so much because I'm craving it, but I can't drink sugary shit anymore.
I haven't had
Code
Red in so long.
Well, like Code Red? I think the last time I had it was like 4 months ago.
I haven't had it in a long time, like over a year.
Mountain Dew, period. Haven't had it in like, I want to say a year. I want to say 2, but I'll just say a year. Is that? Oh, that is Mountain Dew. Yeah. Okay, so never mind. So, wait, did I get it when I went to Vegas this last time?
Yeah,
I think so.
Yeah, you said you did.
Okay, then past couple months, but that's for the alcohol. To be honest, I don't exactly count that one just because it's for mainly for the alcohol. I didn't even know Baja Blast was Mountain Dew. Yes.
Yeah, Baja Blast is Mountain Dew.
I'm looking to get Baja Blasted, but yeah,
the best Mountain Dew.
That is the best Mountain Dew, no cap.
But yeah,
Code Red's the best.
I saw the ad and I was like, "Fuck you! I'm craving it."
I didn't even know they keep making it.
Code Red? Hell yeah, bro!
I thought it was like a seasonal thing.
I don't know what the fuck it is, and they're like every company eventually ends up being like, we need a cherry flavored soda, and it's just that's Mountain Dew's.
People love cherry flavored sodas and fruit punches.
Yeah, you know which one's good? The Sprite one.
Dude, High C fruit punch is like my
High C fruit punch fucking itches my throat so bad, dude.
Really? You're allergic to something in that shit.
Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, you have to be.
Anything that's very high concentrated, like sugar syrup, like itches me, like in my inside, like in my throat. Like
you got that itch on the inside that you just need scratching.
To like scratching.
Made a
like I feel it here.
Object to go in there and scratch it.
All right, come here.
All right, I can't help but notice it. I'm just like, because before we started recording, Steve was like, you make a lot of faces. He was talking to Lee. And now I'm just like, damn, you do.
Oh.
Sorry. I don't mean it in like a dissing. I'm just like observation.
Yeah. No, that's why.
I realized that the last time we hung out, I was just like, he makes faces. I was like, either when he's thinking or before something comes out, there's a face behind it.
It's a joke thing. I get it.
Yeah. I mean, it's not a bad thing, obviously, but like we all have that weird like we all have like a weird like thing that we do. Yeah, a tick.
Yeah, I don't take offense to anybody saying you make faces. I'm like, yeah, that's why when we said what we said earlier, I'm like, yeah, that's just a straight up fact. I just do that. It's not even like a conscious thing. I think I used to do it when I was like younger and just in general. I don't really know where it came from. I think it came from just watching cartoons, and my brother and I would mimic or like just regurgitate whatever we're watching to our cousins. And that's kind of like how me, my brother, and my cousins all bonded, was we would just regurgitate and repeat every joke we would watch. Like we would constantly quote Spider-Man 1, 2, and 3. We would constantly quote Emperor's New Groove. We would constantly quote SpongeBob. We would constantly quote like just Ed and Eddie, like just cartoons in general.
That was early days brain rot.
Yeah, exactly.
The Spider-Man pose.
Yeah, exactly. So we would just do shit like that all the time. So then with that, I think we would just, my brother and I especially, we would just like kind of mimic the faces. So that just kind of became a habit. But as I gotten older, I think especially now, a while back I had Bell's palsy. I think it happened. Right. I don't think it happened on the podcast. I think it might have been before it.
No, it was before that.
Yeah. Basically I part of a cleaning company, got dirty mop water on my headphone, thought I cleaned it right, didn't, got it in my ear, caused an ear infection, which then infected my nerve on the left side of my face. So it kind of looked like I was having a stroke a little bit. My face wasn't drooping, but it was paralyzed.
It was paralyzed.
I think so.
Or did you just tell us about it?
No, I think I did show you guys, but yeah. It must have been like super after, like not even super afterwards, but it was after I got the medication, I think, because
it was after you went to the doctor. Yeah.
Because it happened like on a Wednesday, and then I kind of was okay Thursday, but then I realized something was kind of funky Friday late night. Then Saturday morning is when I noticed that my face was pretty still. And I mentioned it to my mom, and she was like, "Oh, you should have mentioned something sooner, blah, blah, blah." And we didn't really do anything because we kind of thought maybe if we just wait it out, it'll go back to normal. Then by the end of the night, it just hadn't. So we called our insurance, and they're like, "Oh, get him to the emergency room right now." Mm-hmm. And they were like, "What? Why?" Because they were saying he could be like having a mild stroke, but still a stroke nonetheless, as like he's operating life. We were like, "Oh shit." So went to the emergency room, and then that's when they told me. But that was like late at night. So if you guys did see it, it was when I got home that night or the morning after, and I had already taken medicine, and they already gave me a steroid shot. So it was noticeable, but it wasn't like as bad as it was that like the first day, basically. So, but yeah, so I had the mop water thing happen. So then the ER was like, okay, so we're going to give you this. You're going to be prescribed these medicines. And even with that happening, you're most likely possibly going to have lasting effects. If you want to make sure that those are reduced or not going to happen, you need to go to your primary, and then they need to set up a type of physical therapy for your face. So that they can kind of teach you to do muscle exercises, stretches and stuff like that. So your face basically doesn't lock up or just loses its elasticity, or, you know, you kind of just forget how to move it. So I would just make faces, just stretching out like my cheeks, my face, smile a lot, squint my eyes really hard, stuff like that. So it's just kind of become a habit of doing it. But now that I'm older, I just kind of like it. For some reason, it feels good on my face.
Maybe it connects to that, you know?
I think so. I think because I do have a lasting thing right here on the back of my ear when I'm wearing a mask, especially, which is really fucked because I have like a mask stretcher anyways because of that reason. But when I wear a mask, it pulls on the ear and it like pinches the nerve, or it like is like, it hurts, and it's like a sting, like a little sting stab. And I'm like, fuck. So if I have it pulled taut against my face with the clamp or stretcher or whatever, of course it's right on my face. So I'm literally just breathing in cloth, but at least it's off my ear and my nerve, so I don't have to worry about it too much. This isn't too bad because it's not. This is like super light.
You said mask. I thought you meant like a Halloween mask. We are getting to spooky season, so my head.
No, this was like.
I was like, why? I was like, why are you bummed? Why are you wearing a mask so much?
Oh, I was thinking, because this is like tail end of COVID, so I was thinking to myself like, fuck, I can't. Not that I can't wear a mask, but I'm like one of those people that actually is like, I need like this little thing to help me wear a mask. If I don't, I just get a sharp pain, and or like serious discomfort. So I was thinking to myself like, God, I'm people are gonna assume that I'm part of that little crowd that's like, I have a medical reason for not wearing a mask, and it's just some rude ass conservative that's like, I just want to wear a mask. It's don't put a muzzle on my face. It's like, oh my god, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
Gross, bro. Just the people who would always leave their nose this exposed to, and it's like, I'm wearing it. I'm like,
it's
like wearing your underwear, but still letting your balls like hang out.
True that. Don't let your balls hang out. Keep them nice and contained.
The ones that were funny to me when the girls take off their mask and it's like they don't have makeup here because
because it just wiped off. I knew girls that would put makeup, like they'd paint the makeup onto the mask too, just to make sure that when they put it on, it's like, it's like,
oh, I get
fine.
you.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't smudge the outline of it. Yeah.
Right. Because if anything is just applying it still or whatever, right?
I always thought the people within some of the girls, especially the girls that were like super serious about their masks, it was the ones that would carry around the little stick one just so they could put it to their face constantly. It was like a fucking Victorian mask.
Yeah.
And then the other one was the visor, but like a super clear visor, and it was just like, you look stupid.
the ones that always made me laugh was the ones where like you'd see them driving and they have their mask on and it's just them in the car with the windows up. I'm like, why?
Honestly,
I never understood that.
I'm not gonna lie, I did that a couple times, but only because it got to the point where I was wearing it so often that I just forget.
Yeah, I would forget for sure sometimes.
And I just, it would not be a thing on my mind, and I'd just be driving home or whatever it was.
Once in a while, I see those like people driving and like they just have like fucking like 10 masks hanging from their mirror still, and I'm like, damn, dude. Like I remember that was a thing for a lot of people.
That happened to us recently because we sold my car, the old one.
Wow.
Some couple actually picked it up, which was kind of funny.
You sold it?
Yeah, they live 20 minutes away. So I mentioned on the podcast a while back, but for those of you that don't know, my car got hit some random Sunday morning a couple months ago, if not like maybe like a month or two.
Has it been that long?
Maybe like a month. If anything, it's been a month.
It was before we filmed the Hot Ones thing.
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, it was like a month.
Yeah, like a month and like a week or something. But so my car got hit. Nobody was in it, but it was in front of my house, and this guy, whatever fucking stupid ass reason, don't believe him. He says he fell asleep, but I think he was texting and he dropped his phone or something because it looked like he tried to get away. It was all this shit. But his insurance covered it, kind of. So they basically classified it as like a loss, so they weren't going to repair it, but they gave us a $6,000 check for it. So that's gonna go to the new car. My brother and I are gonna deal with that and all that stuff. But
he's gonna get a Charger.
Yeah.
No, we're thinking about getting a Highlander, but I don't I don't like how big it is.
You should look into, if you want something a little more compact that's not as big as a Highlander, the new RAV4s.
We don't want anything new though. We don't want anything.
Oh no, by new I mean like 2000, like 2020, 2021, 22. Like
we kind of want to do 2015 and up. That's like 2015. Yeah, because we don't want anything super new.
Is there any? I don't think you want to do that old though. At least not for like a car like that. That's where those problems come about.
My car was a 07.
Yeah, so but this is getting into like car talk. You're going into CVT engines at that point. CVTs are like really bad when it comes to longevity. So
it's a different type of transmission.
Basically, you know how like with manuals and shit you have 6 gears or whatever. That's basically you going through the 6 levels of like the transmission. A CVT doesn't have that. Instead it's just one singular thing, But the thing about it is that after time, the basically think of like the little spines or whatever, they start peeling, falling off. So you can't really, you know, it's not like one gear fails and then you're just like, oh, whatever, we'll just replace that one thing. You got to replace the whole fucking thing.
Yeah, and it depends on the model of the car. Like, you remember my old Nissan, my first car? That was a CVT engine, a CVT transmission, and not only does it do that, but it also like it has a way of like internal corrosion. Because it starts to burn, the actual metal starts to get eaten up, and it's like a magnet inside, so it clogs, and then that blows your transmission. And those transmission failures, depending on the vehicle and your engine block, run around from like 3,000 to 8,000 to replace it, because you can't fix it. You have to literally unmount and mount a new one. Like it might, like that car has a whole new transmission. It was like 3,500 out of pocket for that shit. Yeah, and going into like 2015 and up is when those cars were popular for that, and they're all shit. So you might wanna go a little newer.
Just invest.
Right. Well, the lowest that we want to go is 2015, but we don't really have a highest. I know, but the amount wise, I kind of don't want to go over like 20K. I'll go over like a couple thousand over that, but I don't want to go over that. We don't even have that much, of course, but we'll have like an okay down payment on it. Yeah. With everything that we've kind of had saved up a little bit. Yeah. Just from like, as time's gone on. If you're going to do
anything higher, you don't necessarily have to go high. You could either honestly do like 2018, 2020 at the highest. Because the thing is with the whole, and sorry guys, it's like because it's all car talk and we're like now we're in the financial area of it. An older car will cost you just about the same as a newer car because of the lack of vehicles that exist. And there's like all that whole dealership that happened after COVID and all those issues. Like you're better off spending and dropping your money on a much newer version car than an older one, because they're basically racked up about the same, if not more expensive. Yeah. Because I remember when I was looking at cars, like I was like looking at, just walking by looking at them as I was walking towards like the cars that I wanted to look at, and they were pretty up there. Like my car after tax is about like 34, 36, and 2016, 2017 was racked at like 29, 30 before tax.
Shot of money.
It depends. So it all there's a lot of variables that go into it.
There's variables in a bunch. Like obviously you don't want to do hybrid. Hybrid's more expensive. But for the most part, like, I mean, you have a decent down payment. You have a good down payment. You don't even have to put the whole thing on it because it's only going to shave off $100 after every 1,000. Yeah, but putting it like putting the whole you're going to want to put a whole 6K down if you're going to get like a 2022, 23, or 24.
I think our plan wasn't to put the full amount down. I think, for the most part, I think what we want to do is we want to put a little bit, and then the rest that we have left over would just go into our school's first credit union accounts, so they can have something growing in the background, because we don't have any savings because we're living paycheck to paycheck. So it'd be nice to have something, you know, when if I make it that far,
in case something happens.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll talk about it later. Well, if you have any questions, we'll help you out. Yeah.
But so that's what's going on. So the car was picked up, but
how much you guys flip it for?
We had a bunch of assets, just like $700, something like that.
That's pretty good for a car that got fucking destroyed.
I was gonna say, for those that don't know, the back tire, like the A arm, the whole thing, it's just all fucked in the back, and like even the insurance is like the amount that's gonna take to fix it compared to how much you can get, like how much you would have to pay to get a car of similar like mileage, model, make, stuff like that. It doesn't really add up. So we're just going to give you the Kelly Blue Book basically for it, which I think is still surprising that we got that much, because we thought we were going to get at most 1,000, because when you look on like, I guess that they weren't looking at like used like sales by owners, because the pre-owned ones and like Facebook Marketplace and stuff like that my dad was looking at, they're like cars that are better than mine, than the Murano that we had, and they were selling it for like just $1,000 or 1,200 or 1,500, some shit like that. So this guy came by, my parents were like, oh yeah, it's this amount, they want to do it, And my parents decided to send him other links to other Muranos postings and ask him, why don't you just go for this one instead? Why? I don't know.
Fuck. What in a self-sabotage?
I don't know.
I didn't know y'all got money like that, or it's like, yo, buy it elsewhere.
We don't. Not at all. I said like 2 minutes ago, paycheck to paycheck, kind of lifestyle. So yeah, no. I even told them when I was standing there, because they were telling us about it, and my dad said that he sent him the link, and he was like, why don't you just get this one that's just 1,000 too? It's just a couple $100 more, and it's running, and you don't have to really work on it, much of anything on it. And I looked at him, I looked at my mom, like, I don't. Why? Why are you guys doing that? Do you guys want to keep it? Is that what we're doing? And they're like, no, we just think it's weird. Like, why don't you want to get something else? Yeah, and then I was like, so why would you even ask the question? And then my mom was like, my dad's, well, it's your mom. She's the one that's making me feel guilty, because they're like a young couple, because they're a young couple. They just moved here from Vegas, or they moved back over here. So they're all like, my mom is all about their life story now or whatever. So she was feeling bad. And it's not like my car is a piece of shit. Yes, it needs work done, obviously, for the obvious fixes, but it has other things that need fixing. But I don't feel bad about that shit whatsoever.
Bro, they probably have a friend who's a mechanic who's gonna like do it for cheap, like, or for free.
Exactly. Like my
no one will buy a car that needs fixing like that, knowing that they can't do anything about it.
Like my dad was saying, there's other options. If they really wanted to, they would have gone with it. And because they were sending them those links, that the couple called and they're like, is the car no longer available? Did you guys sell it? We are still interested. Blah blah blah. And they thought that they weren't. My parents didn't want to sell it anymore because they had agreed to give it to someone else. Right. So they were like, no, please, blah blah blah. And I was like, you guys just suck on both aspects. You were trying to be nice, and they thought you were trying to like get them out of trying to buy it because you were trying to sell someone else, and you're kind of screwing us over because you're trying to tell them like no.
Dicks.
Yeah, I was like, this is so weird.
There's moments where you should just be like, fuck it. It helps me. Oh well, I don't know.
Like, I even asked them, like, have they seen it? You sent them pictures of it, right? And he even said they were here. They just didn't have anything to tow it, so they've seen it. And I was like, that's on them.
And they wanted to buy it? Yeah, that's on them. I'm telling you.
Anything that they want for it, they can have for it. What I was gonna do if my parents were like, well, you just go decide, blah blah blah. If anything like that was gonna happen, my ass was gonna call one of those people that leave the little what's the word I'm looking for? Cards on the window.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the toes?
We buy junk cars, cash up front. And I'm like, I'll call one of these dudes. I don't give a shit. I'll get $200 for this thing. I don't care. Just get it out of the driveway, get it out of here. It's just taking up space. It's not running. It was sad though to see it drive away because we've had that car for so many years. Since I was like not even high school, like middle school. So it's been around for a while. 2007, and I think my parents got it like a year, like 2009 or 2008. So yeah, it's gone. But to bring it back to the mask thing, when my parents were like, oh yeah, we emptied everything and we put it in this trash bag so you can kind of like look through if there's anything you need. There was a bunch of masks. There's a bunch of masks in there, and I did look around because I was like, fuck, what did I leave in my car? It could be anything. Found baby wipes, so those were there.
Okay,
brought those back.
It's not that bad.
What do you need baby wipes for, dude?
What do you mean? You never know.
Messes.
In case you
stinky substances, bro.
In case you misjudge a fart.
I mean, honestly, I feel like anybody should have wet wipes in your car in general. They're just really good to have.
Yeah.
What if you spill something?
I don't have.
Moist towels.
What if you're gonna go to like a gas station or something and you really have to go?
Yeah.
Moist towelettes.
Yeah.
It's perfect.
You're right.
Yep. So I think it's really nice to have them.
I invested into like a car organizer thing in the trunk in school because it has a little shoe compactor. So like all my running shoes are in there now. And I put a bunch of shit that I would bring back and forth from my room to the car, and now it's in there. And like moist towelettes I have like in the like one of the slots, and then I also have like Clorox ones just in case.
Nice.
And a couple other little things that I've like had in there, like, but those are in the trunk. I don't keep them like in my seats.
Nice. But yeah, so that's what's going on with the car stuff.
So, dude.
Now I'm in like the middle part of like don't want a car so that we can all go places, but it's like super big, or don't want a car that's like closer to like what we've had. So that's like the way out.
My thing's always bigger cars are nicer. Always.
Yeah, I'm not a big car kind of guy though. It's not like because I think we are going to be leaning towards the Highlander option. I'm pretty sure it's not like super huge, but the fact that it does have like a pseudo like other third row, it's like, oh shit, I feel like this motherfucker's gonna be kind of big.
I mean, not really.
It looks big.
I've driven. Well, it's a Pilot, but it's still the same size-ish.
Same size.
It really just takes up whatever trunk space you would have if you do put up the third option seat.
Yeah, it does. Yes.
Yeah, but they're not
the new one
any bigger than probably like the Murano that you were driving.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I was gonna say, compared to like, you guys have seen my mom's van because I've driven it up to Steve's place, right?
Yeah,
it's about. I think so.
I'm sure I have. Like, I can't recall it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you've seen me like in passing or whatever, but I know Steve has. Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to think of like I have to compare the sizes between those two.
What is it? Nice.
It's a Highlander.
So your mom drives?
Oh, she drives. Fuck. Ford, I think something. I don't know.
Windstar?
I don't know.
It's not a minivan, right?
It's a van.
Okay.
Two sliding doors. I don't know if it's I feel like it's the size of a minivan, maybe a little bigger.
I think it is a Windstar then. I don't know.
Let's just get a 2025 GR Supra, dude.
Oh yeah. I should get a pink G-Wagon.
Is that like when you're like, oh, you're not gonna spend a lot of money just for the one car that's discontinued?
It's back, no?
G-Wagons are discontinued.
I thought they brought them back.
It's not. They're not G-Wagons anymore. They're like something else. But the actual G-Wagon was the Mercedes version of them.
Yeah,
those are like this. Yeah.
How goofy. Yeah. I had no idea.
I was saying those are the only ones.
They got discontinued like when the Kardashians were like blowing up. When I think Kim got one.
They all have one.
Yeah, I'm sure.
No, 2025 Mercedes-Benz G-Class.
Let me look at this. I know they got this one.
I mean, it looks like they did it like 2022. No, not even. Hey, you tripping?
For those of you watching, if you guys have any suggestions as to a possible car that me and my brother could might want to be purchasing based on my comments here and there during this discussion.
The AMG 4MATIC one got this code.
Leave it in the comments section, please. Appreciate it. Because I really don't know what I'm looking for. I think the only thing that my criteria so far is things that are already just automatically in a car, because my car was so old that having an aux cable is a luxury to me. And the rear view camera was an add-on that wasn't just already put into the car at the time. So
the trick behind that is 2016 and up has the back camera, and they already have built-in screens for CarPlay.
Yeah. So I'm not asking for a lot.
I'm gonna give a little shout out to Beth, because she drives a Mazda CX-30, I think, or CX-5, one of those. Basically, think of like my car, but SUV-ish. And they're really fucking nice, actually. Like, the interior is actually really, really good. So, I don't know. Look into that.
Okay. Yeah, the options or the models that we're thinking of are either a Toyota or I think it was a Honda, I think, that my parents were recommending. We're kind of thinking of something that is going to be on the cheaper side when it comes to repairs or maintenance and stuff like that. And those cars models seem to be on the cheaper side.
Toyota, Honda, Hyundai.
Yeah, they're just so universal.
Cheap too.
Mazda's cheap too. Yeah, all those.
But they're all reliable. They're all Japanese.
What's the name
Mazda's
of the car
Korean.
again, Richard?
No, it's not. Mazda's Japanese.
No, my car.
Oh, you said Mazda.
No, I said my car's Korean.
Oh, it sounded like you said Mazda. Anyway, what?
What's the name of best thing again?
Mazda CX-5 or CX-30. I don't remember which one she has. But
they have long ass names. I don't know why.
It's not. It's just CX and then a number. That's it.
Only do the RAV4.
RAV4s are nice. I won't lie.
The newer RAV4s, like the 2020 and up, are so nice. Depends. If you get the stock model that's not the 4x4, then it won't be that expensive.
Yeah.
But if you go for like the really high end one, yeah, those shits are expensive.
These
the hybrid
are cute. Ones.
Yeah, they're really nice, dude. Like you go and look at the interior of it, they're really clean.
Cute cars. Very cool. An option.
I like how we had a huge segment of just cars.
Picking out a car for
Lee. Yeah, it's part of my life.
Yeah.
That's what's new with me.
I was talking with a bunch of my residents, and we'd see like Porsches, and because there's a Porsche dealer right by where I work, so we see like Porsches all the time, and they'd all just be like, I remember having my Porsche, and I'm like, I didn't know you had it like that, my bad. Like
age is a bitch.
I was gonna say, yeah, it's the Toyota Highlander, specifically the 2019 LE one. That's one that I saw that I thought I liked. And then the other one is the Toyota 4Runner. That was the other one.
Yeah, the 4Runner's like my dad's.
Yeah. So that's
those
what we were.
4Runners are nice, dude.
That's the one that I was saying. Highlander is the one that was the first one I was looking at, but the 4Runner was the one that I was looking at recently that I was like, that's kind of big.
If gas isn't an issue, then go for the 4Runner. If gas is gonna be, if gas is, well, I'm saying for like them.
I know.
But if it is an issue, get the Highlander. If it's not, the 4Runner, because the 4Runner has a bigger engine block.
Got you.
The new ones I think are like V8. You can get a V6, but I don't know what models those are. That's $100 a week for almost a full tank.
Well, my brother and I don't drive it like that.
No.
So,
well, I mean, if you're gonna use it for work,
that's what I was thinking of.
You're gonna drive it like that.
Yeah,
that's
maybe.
$400 a month.
That's the thing though, is that we work with my parents, for those, again, for the people. We work with my folks. It's a family business. So my brother works with my mom. I work with my dad. It's a 2-man team thing. And then we have another worker or two. The second one's like seasonal, but we have one that's a regular who will just meet us at certain places. So for work, if I'm working, my dad's working too. So I'll go with him, or I'll go with my mom, and vice versa with my brother. So the only time that I really have to drive for work really is on the weekend, which isn't happening anymore. So, and then the other one is like every other Thursday. And that's it. And I understand that that's a blessing, and I understand that that's also like a unrealistic lifestyle for people, but this is my life, and it makes the most sense. We're running a family business, trying to save money to, make money and stuff like that. So I don't know.
Don't you forget.
Don't worry, bro. We're gonna win the lotto.
I hope so. I really do.
Dude.
For the sake of either one of us, I hope one of us do.
Oh, you know what though? To sound
old ass people winning the lotto.
To stay on the kind of topic of money, but also like the future. I think I got an email that was like, "Oh, you qualify for a card through Chase that's like a 3,000 credit limit," and I was like, for Japan. We want to go to Japan. My plan is to just open up a credit line just for the Japan trip, and then just pay it off as time goes on. Because
I mean,
fuck it, whatever. Yeah,
that's fair. You're gonna spend it anyways. You might as well.
Honestly,
I might die before it happens anyways. So
I'm not gonna lie to you. I thought of doing the same thing.
I have a card for it, and I don't want to do it because it's good. But after like I think 6 months of like paying, like interest changes, I'm like,
yeah. What's your guys' credit scores? Do you guys do any credit scores?
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't want to
share them on the podcast.
It's not great. It's not bad, but it's not great.
I worked on mine, so it's in a nicer place now for sure. I just don't want to say it.
I think mine's 658. I think it's around there, but
okay.
Mine's was in the 700s, but I had to use the card. And then there was a point where it went over a little, but it was taken care of. With the fact that it went over, then just the usage, it brought it down like basically almost 100 points, I think, or like a full 60. So been building it back up, but I'm not really ashamed. I also don't get I totally respect the people that don't want to share. I get that, but I also don't. I like as a society, I don't get why we don't just talk about it. I don't think.
What do you mean?
I just don't understand why there's that whole like secretiveness to
it's
a person's credit score and stuff like that.
It's basically states like your class of like financial stability and like like spending. Like some people take offense because someone has better credit, and it's like, oh well, you're lucky, you were born in a more fortunate state, and it's like, no, I just smartened myself up enough to like learn about credit and handle that type of thing. But a lot of people take it offensively for that, because the higher the credit, the more you're allowed to like get, to have, to own, and stuff like that. And then people who like, even if you make good money, because your credit's shit, you can't buy certain things.
Also, nowadays, you kind of paint a target on yourself as far as like being a target for fraud or anything like that. Because if I say I have a fucking 900 credit score or whatever, people are gonna be like, holy shit, that's insane. And then you just steal the info, and then you could just take out any credit card or whatever it is that you want, like easily.
But even super high credits are bad. I thought they were supposed to be bad. Like if you have a crazy high credit, I thought that's always been like the thing where you kind of want to just keep it in good. You never want to get too high of a credit. You never want to obviously get too low. So you keep it in the good spot.
You want to get to the top of your credit, because that's where you're offered all the best things.
It's bad if you have it high and you don't really have any accounts, because like say, especially for a lot of newcomers, like they'll have a 750 score or whatever it is, but they only have one credit card. Like people don't, credit companies and whatever else, they're just gonna be like, okay, it's high, sure, but that's because we don't know you. We don't have any info on you. So
there's no history. So of course you're gonna have a high credit, because this is the only thing you've had.
Yeah,
I get you.
I like how we went through like the most bro topics so far in this fucking episode.
Well, speaking of bro topics,
last episode we talked about It Ends With Us. Oh, was that this is true. Even broer? Was at the beach this past weekend? I'm sorry, this is gonna be objectifying first. This is going to be objectifying to some people, specifically women or female presenting people. Sorry, but there were some fine ass bitches. There were some fine ass women just like
for some reason you go to.
They set up right in front of us, and we're all like just chilling. And then I didn't notice because I was in the water, just being a little flounder or whatever. So then I'm walking up, and I just see just like va voom, va vam, da damn, just sat up, and then I was walking by the prettiest girl I've seen in a while, and she was reading It Ends With Us. I was like, fuck, you're pretty deep in that book. I don't know how I feel about that. I want to ask her opinions. See, that's where I realized I can appreciate some fine ass, but I'm also really gay, because I wanted to talk to her about the book just so I can get her opinions. I know if she's hot and has reasonable values, or she's hot and she likes DV. So
any other dude would just be like, what book?
No.
What do you mean she was holding the book?
There was a beach.
All I saw were a big old titty.
Where? No,
did your dad have shades on?
No, I'm pretty sure they said something. But like my uncle said something to my cousins, like the younger cousins, but nobody like said anything or was saying anything when I got there, because they might have been there for a little bit. So I have no idea.
Have you seen that? The whole meme is like,
no, I'm sleeping.
The whole meme is they can't see what I have when I wear sunglasses. It's just directly
zoomed in, physically zoom.
I wish
too much. But yeah, very pretty. Pretty people need to be acknowledged.
Eye candy.
Sure.
Yes, eye candy makes the world go around and keeps balance.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But then you see that, and I'm just like, bro, how are people gay?
God,
sorry.
What?
Wait, one more time?
I'm kidding. I'm like, you see girls that fight, you're just like, how are people gay? But It's a joke.
No. I take no offense.
No, I'm telling Steve.
Wow, that's a crazy thing to say, Richard.
On that comment, not to get too far for Steve, just there's this not. I think I mentioned it before. There's this thing. But maybe I don't know if I did in here. Have I mentioned homo flexible to you guys on the podcast? Homoflex, nothing like that.
Like, is this something new? Oh my god!
More labels. I'm sorry.
I don't think that it's a super common thing. I think it's more of a kink thing, or it's just a thing for people to kind of put a label so that
it's an excuse.
No, so this guy, I watched this video of this dude, and the reason why I'm like, if you guys are watching the video and I'm physically just like, oh, because I don't like labels either. I'm not a fan of them. They're not my thing. I don't give a shit. If I hit on you, I think you're attractive. Like, if you're not interested in me, I don't give a shit if it's your sexuality or whatever. Just you're just not interested in me. Cool, that's fine.
Start going to people like, hey, you like me? I like you.
That's what people do.
Is what it is.
That's not what people do. That's what some bold ass people do. Sure.
That's what people do in the general sense of like that's the activity, but people obviously do it more finesse, with more more class,
more demure.
More demure.
hit you with I'm a pansexual. I don't know what that is, but I'm sexually active.
Yeah. Yep. But I think it's this thing where the frustration again comes from like just the fact that everybody just needs these labels, and the people that get upset about people classifying themselves as like gay or bi, people get really offended when you're not participating or practicing or acting the way that they do with that same sexuality for some reason. Like if I've
heard of that.
If I go up to a gay dude that's like really gay and just like, I don't know, I'll give you the example. To me, it's a closed-minded gay. We're having a chit chat, we're kikiing, we're having vibes, we're chilling, and then I mentioned that I've had sex with a trans person. That immediately could classify me as not gay because I've hooked up, because I've done things with a vagina. Sure. And to them, that makes you less than. That's not actually gay. You're straight or you're bi at the very least. And people like that don't believe in bisexuality. So at that point, I don't know where the fucking mental gymnastics happens, but it is what it is. And that's not my life. Anyways.
Mm-hmm.
They go on this hate train, and a lot of people like that really like make community basically, and it kind of causes this bullying that happens, and it's just a cycle. So this guy that I was watching, he, funny enough, I started following because he talks about kink and is specifically in the gay community, and I was like, cool, I'm into that. I can relate. He was talking about how he's kind of becoming more interested, or at least he's noticing himself checking out women or people that are more feminine presenting. Mm-hmm. And he wouldn't really classify himself as, he says he's maybe bi or kind of dancing around that label or title just for people to kind of have something to understand it by, right? Because he can't say he's gay with a little bit of sprinkle or a little sauce on the side for some women, because that causes people, especially on his level, because he's pretty well known in like that community, that space, those people can for sure be very close-minded when they're supposed to be open-minded.
See, that's weird, because then that puts you in a position of like, you can't say you're gay because you find someone physically attractive.
Yeah,
because people at least nowadays, right, people connect. If you're physically attracted to them, that means that's what you're into, or that's who you'd fuck. And it's like, no, it's just eye candy.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing though, is that his thing is going beyond eye candy, and it's going into the, I'm actually attracted to this person. I do want to pursue something that isn't like, I related to him because he said that there's an attraction there, but it's nowhere near the level of attraction for men. It's not like, for a man, it's, to me, a man is endgame stuff. For a woman, on the other hand, that's more like
fool around,
beautiful. Like, okay. It's beautiful, but yes, also
right.
Sex is fun. So, I'm just like, I can have that want there, but it's nowhere near like at a beach. If a chick's wearing like a bikini, like I saw, I'm like, oh my god, gorgeous, sexy, awesome. But if I saw a dude there
with a thong on,
oh, No, well, first it would be see, that's the difference. That's the difference. See, me noticing a book and then all this other shit, and then Steve saying guy with a thong. My immediate reaction is, oh my god. So that's the level.
Yeah, sand in his butt cheeks.
That's the level. You know? Yeah.
I mean, in a way, it's like
through my head.
Like I don't know if this is like just like what the stereotype would equate to. It's like if I were at the beach too. And obviously I saw these hot women, I would obviously be like, fuck, they're sexually attractive to me. Then I see some dude, like jack dude, built, six-pack, the whole thing, you know, stereotypical beach guy. And I'd be like, objectively, he's handsome. He's good looking. Do not want to fuck though. It's like more or less the same thing. It's like you can acknowledge it, right?
I think it's the choice of words that you use, because you went from hot and sexy for a woman, and then you said handsome. Handsome is not like a term of like.
Well, I'm just going with like what Lisa. She's like beautiful, sexy type of thing, right?
Oh well, see, that's me not. That's me saying it in a way that isn't just. I don't. That's
derogatory.
Guys, I don't want to be nasty and dirty towards women. That sucks. But.
Because like I guess in my perspective,
bro.
Because in my perspective, right? It's like I think that's the safe way of how Richard said it. It's like I think in my perspective, it's like if I see a girl like that, right, and she's physically attractive, I'd be like, yeah, she's hot. Right. If I see a dude who's jacked, looks like he takes care of himself, right, goes into the detail of like fucking his haircut, I'm like, that guy's hot. Right, and I like me saying he's hot doesn't mean like that guy's gay. It's like no, like. He's handsome. Like it's just a heavier expression.
Yeah, the words can be the same, but it's the feelings and the want, the attraction
behind it. Yeah,
that are behind those words. That's what really matters. But people just don't. They don't understand that. They don't see beyond the words. They only see or they do, but it's just that. It's not it's neither, it's never both. It's always one or the other, but mostly the like just face value. There's never substance to it.
Yeah, I think at least like to add on to that is like, like people now, you can't say anything because everybody believes there's meaning behind it. It can't just you be saying that person's attractive. It's like, oh, you find them attractive? Like you trying to fuck them? It's like, no, dude, like you've never seen an attractive person? Like, what? Like, what are you talking about? Like, attraction doesn't mean physical. It can just be, just like I guess the easiest acknowledgement, an acknowledgement of like someone's
acknowledgement, understanding. You have eyes. You know, that's just what it is, and you have the. Well, to say that we don't obviously believe that everybody's like this besides us, because obviously there are other people that think like that. We're very different, but we're also very like, because we're friends. Duh.
Yeah.
But we're all pretty different, so we just so happen to all think the same, and I think that kind of equals to why we are friends and we can get along so well, because we do see things with
more or less the same kind of eyes.
Basically, more or less the same kind of eyes, but with common sense. You know, we can understand that words and actions can mean one thing or the other, and they don't have to mean the exact same thing, and they don't coincide with one another. You know, and we can understand it, but sometimes they do. But we understand that.
Yeah. Context. We know when it does.
I understand that there are people like that, and I think those are the people, honestly, that are in our lives. There are some people that I do know, and I think that we all know, that I think would have a tough time a little bit, but it would be nowhere near the level of like, not you gay, not you straight, not you bi.
It's like everything's a fucking like literal term.
No. I don't think anyone like that. Yeah. So like that. So this guy was saying that. So I was kind of relating. There is that attraction to the female body. They're fine, you guys. Sometimes you just want to smash stuff. That's just what it is. Honestly, I don't know. This is just me appreciating the human body, dude.
Boobies.
Whatever, dude. I'll take it all. But with that being said, I don't identify with homo, flexible, bisexual. I still classify myself as a gay person, but I just like to have fun, and I think that's fine. But some people will find offense to that. So that's
why flexible, just like you're down for the poon, but you like dudes at the end of the day.
Yeah, basically. When I think the easier option to say is, I like everybody, but I'll lean more towards the feminine side of things. But people don't understand that, and people need the labels or have it's so ingrained in our society that you say that and they're immediately like, oh, so you're like kind of bi, but a little bit more gay.
Which makes like, no fucking sense. Like that, do you hear that? like hearing that out loud is like, how are you a little bi but you're gay? It's like, what? Like that doesn't make sense.
You could just say that you just like stuff. You're into whatever. Like whatever happens.
You like humans.
And sure, there might be like a little bit more details here and there, but that's nobody's real business because it doesn't matter at the end of the day unless they're like into you. But at that point, if they're into you, are you into them? If yes, then hey, you got something going, you know?
Bro,
so fuck it.
I'm just saying the symbol is a rainbow for the LGBT community. It's a spectrum.
True. Yes.
Be more like a spectrum. Be more like
that. People forget that. People forget that. And it's really surprising considering that is what we are. And I think that's what I was saying earlier.
The community is.
Yeah. And I think that's what I was saying earlier, that it's so surprising for people to just be so close-minded to people that are doing gay different than them, basically, or doing queer different than them. It's like Richard said, it's a spectrum. That's a big ass spectrum. So
that is crazy that there's a big diversity within your community like that, where it's like,
that's always,
if you're this kind of gay, you have to be that kind of gay. Like there's no ifs, ands, or buts.
There's the people that are exploring and kind of wanting to put labels on things so it's easier for them or whatever it may be. And then there are some people that are like, I like dick and only dick, and everybody else better like dick that says they're gay.
You know what's funny is that like in the straight world, like it's like you look at somebody and you're like, you a top or you a bottom, and then that just defines the kind of gay you are. Like to a lot of straight dudes.
I get what you're saying.
That's like the biggest mindset
in the straight community.
Yeah, I was like,
you guys have those moments. I was like, really?
No.
I get you though. I get you.
It has gotten. Yeah, I get what you're saying. No, it's gotten very popular to the point where a lot of straight people now know the concept. Or at least they think they know the concept of top and bottom gay or whatever, but they think that that's the only thing. This verse is like, I know more than you.
It's like, bro, but it's you can't even reverse your car. Chill out.
But
Jesus,
there's a lot more to it. At least from what we've learned from Lee.
Yeah,
I think
we try to stay updated.
It's always funny when you have like people that are like, oh, top or bottom, and then you tell them whatever it may be, and they're like, oh, okay, I understand your personality perfectly. It's like,
and that's crazy. That's crazy because obviously our conversation off stream was like, that's what we were talking about. Was like, there's reasons why, right? But people like, but in the straight community, people think like, if you're a bottom, you're that kind of gay. It's and it's like, what do you mean? And then every time, and if you ask them if you're a bottom, they'll be like, oh, you're just like very flamboyant and like very like, ooh, cutesy type shit thing. Yeah. And it's like, no, that's unfortunately not true.
No. Yeah. So I don't know. Explore the world, yo.
That's twinky, dudes.
Everybody's a spectrum. Every community has a spectrum. There's always
everybody's on some kind of spectrum.
Some more than others.
Some got multiple versions of them. Yep.
Oh my god. But so that popped up on my feed recently. On top of everything that's going on. Yeah, I was surprised. So, but related.
Cool.
Yeah.
Can you sign us out now?
Sure.
Yeah, we're pretty much there.
Yeah.
Damn.
That's it.
I like how we went from bro to gay.
Yeah. See, guys, this is Lee.
Love your bros. Maybe not in that way, but
or
whatever up to you.
Depends,
whatever spectrum,
bottom.
whatever end on the spectrum you lie on. Wait, what?
I'm last topic / comment. I'm liking that I'm getting older, and so obviously my partners are matching in age, or I'm pretty consistent when it comes to partners because safety and all that stuff, you know.
Of course.
It's cool to see where I've gone with some of them, where it's been like when I was younger, there was this demeanor was not here. I was a very people pleasing, very needy, very like vocal. Like I'm still vocal now, but there was way more just. Lee, stand the fuck up. What are you doing on the floor? Oh my god, it's embarrassing. Stand up. Like I don't know if you guys have looked at your DMs from like when you were younger to now. Oh god, that shit's dark.
I'm good.
Nope. That shit's embarrassing. So I was like,
I think for the most part they live here, And a lot of them were like, yeah, that was fucking embarrassing. Like,
dude,
like it was weird
to have the mental cringe and then to see it.
it's so cringy because obviously like TikTok tends to bring up all the like some cringy trends of like how people used to talk or interact.
Oh my god!
And it's like I am part of that formula. And I was like, and I was like, I'm part of that statistic. I was like, and I hate it, and I'm never gonna be like that again.
It's too much.
It can be.
With that being said, it's just been cool to kind of see myself and like just the relationships mature. So there's the whole like, we are homies, but we're homies with each other.
Good for you, dude.
Yeah, it's fun. It's nice being mature and
mutual understanding.
Having an understanding, exactly.
Where
And
the frontal lobe is
the frontal lobes have been developed. Yeah,
the lobe is lobing.
Nice. Yeah,
isn't that funny? That's an actual thing.
Yep.
Like now you really have to go through a whole point of age to be like,
and think about people like. But I was like, I think about how fucked up society is. Like before it's even developed, they're like, figure out your life.
Yeah, dude, that's crazy.
Yeah. I like how
Isn't that wild?
It's also like a big comeback where like I've been watching people like I'll like get a TikTok or YouTube or something, and someone's like, leave him alone. His frontal lobe's not developed. Like, don't talk to him. I'm like, that is the craziest insult to give anybody.
Yo, I'm so happy that me in the past, even me now, I'm a little loose around it because I mean, I'm not. Guys, I'm 31. There ain't no shot. But when I was younger, I was like, yeah, I don't really like hanging out with anyone that at the very least is 21 or younger, just because I don't relate.
Oh my god!
But now that I'm older, I'm like, oh, bitch, I can hang out with nobody that's like not in their mid 20s at the very least. It's kind of gnarly.
Within my little gym community that we've built within amongst like my gym friends,
your fine ass gym friends.
We have a couple people who are young.
Watching. I miss you.
We have a couple people who are young and just the one that I know who you're talking about too. Him and I obviously my gym's closed for 2 weeks, so we switched over to a different gym for the 2 weeks.
Golds?
Yes, we were going to Golds. That community is very young in college.
Oh,
it's so weird.
Interesting.
It's so weird. Like it's such a weird like formula of people. But him and I come from that mindset already of like, because I've obviously worked out with him and been training with him a lot more too. It's very like body build, certain like destination of what we're trying to do, or like a power lift, or what we're trying to do with our like with our physique like and our yeah. And you look at these people and like they're just there. Like no one has equipment, no one has anything. There's really no one.
No direction.
Yeah, like you could tell. For sure that gym is just eye candy everywhere. Like from both sections. Like there's honeys everywhere for everybody there. It's crazy. But
where's this location?
Gold.
Suddenly I want to start working out.
By you.
Dude, oh my god.
I know what to say that. I know where it is.
I kind of want,
and now I understand.
You saying that right now, Richard, is because now I kind of want to work out. I'm literally thinking about it because people I hang out with as an adult are working out. I'm like, oh, maybe I should work out with them. That'd be cool, just to actually have a buddy that I know that goes with some sauce on the side. But
sauce on the side is
the thought is there. The thought is there. The thoughts. The gears are turning.
Cup, bro.
This close to buying one of those treadmills off of fucking TikTok that are easily foldables and super cheap.
Now it makes sense
to have it with me and my mom.
It makes sense why you're running into those kind of people. For the people who don't know, I live close to a college, university. Yeah. It's a lot of dumbass college kids, I'm sure, around that area.
Yeah, and, I mean, I also went there, so I already know what that little like community looks like.
That crowd.
That crowd. No,
I know. So, what was I saying? Where was I going with? Yeah, so within the community, like as I've gotten older, obviously time's gone by, and like I'm reaching my 30s, right? Like I'm not that far out from now. And him and I were talking about this because there's people in our little group who are younger, and I'm talking about like 22, 23, like within that age, like 21 to 24, basically age range. Right. And him and I were like, yeah, it's just weird to hang out in public and party with these people and drink with them, because I didn't do it. I was like, I'm good. Like I'm good with being in that crowd, right? He was like, fuck it. I'm going to go hang out with them for a little bit, see what's up, because they were like bugging. They were like really wanted him there. So he was like, okay, I'll show up. The next day he was like, dude, never fucking again. I was like, why? He was like, it's weird. Like these people want to drink to black out. They're like they're like their socials very odd. They're like their biggest flex is like I got shots for the whole table shit. Like they're like and it's like you see people and some like you look at some of the people who are older. He's like I peeped some of the older people and he was like they were like fuck man like can we just chill on an espresso martini please like let's just enjoy this.
I love those moments where that happens and you do look over to someone that's around your age group or age range. You've been bonding with them. Obviously, there's that relation. So then you look and you're both just like
drained. Just like,
dude,
bro, I want to go.
I'm dreading the 31st because I have to go to 3 things that day. I literally have to do the thing with us, the thing with for MJ's birthday, and immediately after that dinner, I have to go to a party. And I was like,
hey,
I just want to be in bed. It's SpongeBob themed.
I want to go.
I was like, I want to be in bed. I was like, by fucking like 9 o'clock, I just want to be cozied up in bed, watching a movie, chilling, or fucking playing video games with you guys, you know? But for the most part, like, that's just it. Like, one or the other.
I think I'm a little bit not there yet. Like, for me,
I'm a bit in the middle.
Yeah, I'm like, for me, if I'm out, I'm out. I will go on until pretty much.
Of course, till whatever, right?
Well, pretty much till like I'm there with my last homie, who's just like, okay, we're done or whatever it is. Like the last time I went out like that. Yeah, the last time I went out like that, I was out till like 3 a.m. and I was tired, but I was like, I had a good time.
Yeah, I've done it. I'll do it. Like at first, I have to like. But like I think as we're getting older, it's like you have to prep yourself to that now.
Yeah.
Like it's not like back then where it was like, we're going out, fuck it, let's go out till whatever time, till however long we do it. Now it's like I have to take steps to get here. Like, hold up, let me build the charisma and the energy for this because I'm gonna wake up tomorrow and be like, I want to die, crusty.
When I was younger, you are right. The prep is very different because when I was younger, I live in a Latino household. My parent, like I said, with my parents, I've always been the kind of like strict side of things. So with that being said, whenever you would go out, there's obviously where you going, like the general, like what's up, what are you doing, what are the plans? So to avoid, because I knew my friend group at that time was very much like, oh, we're going to like. We could go to 7, bitch. You better like handle your situation. So I would tell my folks, like, I get everything ready to crash. And then I would have like the text message set up for when I get there. And then in the middle of the night, I have the alarm or the timer set up. And then then the night would just keep going. But it was the prep phase of like, oh, hey, so this is going on and blah, 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 blah. Just so I could have that option and that want to stay out to go as hard as I can.
It's nice to know that we had those moments too, you know? Because it's like I even with like fucking with Richard, like we've seen the sun come up on the way home, like, you know, like it's happened and it was fun and it was fun. Yeah. But at the end of the day, it's like, yeah, no, I was like, I can't see myself partying to sunrise those moments
all the time.
Dude.
I'm just laughing because at that time when we were young and stupid like that, I was still under the Latino household shit of also being expected to check in. And I just remember so many times of not replying and being dreading going home. But it'd be like 5, 6 a.m. and I'd get home and I'd just be like sneak into my room type shit and I just knock out. And I think, okay, I'm good. They didn't know. As far as they know, I came home. I just forgot to text. My mom was like,
no, they knew.
Your bitch ass go home late as hell, didn't you? I'm like, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's crazy though. Like you really think like it's nice. It's nice that we got it at. For the most part, I think we got most of it out of our system because we're still down to like have fun and go out and party and drink.
We got it out of our system, but we're also still down to party. Like regardless, when we go to Vegas, we're out for a very long time. When we go out to each other's parties or whatever, we're out till the fucking last man standing. You know, none of us, I think, are ever the ones that go out with the plan to go out, but call it early because we can't hang. If we gotta call it early, it's because somebody actually has plans or there's something going on or something like that. So we can hang, but we like to know if that's kind of the vibe, you know?
Yeah, of course.
If it is, then we could do it.
It's just that I don't know why it was that last part is like 3 old people just being like, we can hang,
we can hang out. Yeah.
Invite us.
Bro, I wake up and I'm drinking water and Mush is like,
Ew.
I had the
Like,
fucking alcohol shakes.
I don't feel good.
No, I smoke I smoke my
ew.
weed, so it usually levels me out, thankfully, and stuff like that. So I never get anything hardcore like that. My hangovers just suck. That's also one of those things that just happens when you get older, but that's life, everybody. And
that's the podcast.
Yeah, and this is the podcast. It was kind of fun. It was kind of long, but these are also the good ones. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you guys want to stick around for a little bit longer, we're gonna be doing our final recommendations, where we tell you guys about our latest and greatest obsessions and anything that has been racking our minds and brains. Those are the same thing. Richard, you go first.
Okay. I have 2 songs. First one, it is called "I Follow You" by Melody's Echo Chamber, indie. This one, I don't know. It's just chill, but it's also pretty psych, and the chorus does things to me. I don't know.
The chorus makes me feel things.
Yeah, the singer, whoever the singer is, I don't know her name. Melody.
Yeah, Melody.
Prochet. I don't know.
Prochet.
Very, very sweet voice, very whispery, but it's so good. I don't know.
Psychedelic pop.
So yeah, check that song
Very
out.
cool.
Check out the band.
I dig it.
And then second song, this is more hip hoppy. It reminds me of what's it called? Well, I'll say the name first. It's called "One on One" featuring headband Henny, by Micah Daily White. Daile is how you spell Daily.
Got you.
This one gives me Steve vibes. Like something that you would listen to. And it reminds me of a song that you recommended before. What the hell was it? Like Emotional Oranges, the band, or group. It's reminds me a little bit of them. So yeah, I liked it a lot. Beats dope.
I can see myself listening to this.
Yeah.
Good songs.
All right.
Nice. All right.
And final words.
Oh, any final words? Regards?
Labels are dumb. Just live your life. Who cares? You spend less time thinking about it. Spend more time doing it. That's it.
Man. Nice. Cool. All right. Steve, what do you got?
Music. I already said what I wanted to say about music. Post Malone's album is great. But no, I actually, away from music, I actually finally got around to start to watch The Umbrella Academy.
I did.
Okay.
Interesting.
Yeah, because it's been on my list of like watch, and I always hear good things about it. And so far, I've binged like 6 episodes in a day.
Nice.
So it's a fun show. It's good. I haven't had anything to watch for a bit, so I was like, cool, let's watch this. Let's get into this. Yeah, so there's that. Final remarks. Shit. Invest into a
Crypto.
good vehicle.
Oh.
Crypto? What the fuck?
I thought he was gonna give
I really thought it was gonna be like, oh, we're going full bro at the end of this. Invest in crypto.
Invest in yourself. Invest in yourself. Buy NFTs.
Jesus.
Ours are down below in the description bar.
Yeah. Share which ape you got. I don't know. What the fuck.
Apes, the gorillas or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. No. Other than that, I mean, we're finally at the end. At the end of, and I say that in quotations, summer. So
I really do hope so. Fuck this heat.
We got 2 more weeks. The heat's crazy. I definitely have been enjoying my summer. Definitely can say that. But for the most part, yeah, I think we're gonna finish off August pretty fun too. So it should be fun. I need to find my paintball gun.
Nice.
Oh yeah, me too. Fuck.
Yeah,
All right.
I'm asking my dad. I think he knows where it's at.
I think my brother does that too. Anyway.
Sick. Hello. I don't think I have any songs. Yeah, because I already said the Aisha Erotica one, and then I said Azalea Banks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything else really.
You don't got
that I've been listening to. Yeah, there's just normal shit, just everyday stuff. If anything, I'll triple down on listen to Chapel Roan. Just super good music. I've been still listening to their albums. Good music.
El Chapo.
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 Oh.
Chapo.
I was like, I heard you say Chapo Guzman. I was like, what the fuck did you say?
Fuck? No, but yeah.
That guy don't make music.
As for any other
They make music about 'em.
recommendations,
Yeah.
check out these anime season. The animes of this season that are going on. There's a couple of good ones.
Mangas are ending, guys.
Yeah, a lot of mangas are ending.
JJ got announced 5 more.
Yeah,
And that's it.
So it's been quite the ride. So if you guys want to get into anything, obviously JJK. That's already
Hunter's
really
coming
cool.
back.
I heard Hunter's coming back. Mm-hmm.
So excited.
I still
you need
haven't
to catch
watched
up.
I haven't read shit.
You need to catch up.
As for
You have time,
animes
it's in
I'm
October.
watching, I'm not gonna give you guys the list. I'll tell you which ones are good at the end. But so far, I'm watching at least 1, 2, 3, 4. No, 3.
I
3 or
need
4.
I need 2 new animes, so I'll bug you for those later.
Cool. But yeah. So check out some animes. Pretty good. We're nearing the end of like the summer season anyways, and getting in the middle of it with some animes because of the season, coming to an end. So no, don't watch that. Don't watch
Boku
that
no
one.
Pico is a great anime.
Do not double down.
Don't search it. I mean this in a completely genuine way. Just forget I said anything.
way.
Forget we said anything.
Don't
private search it and do it in your room by yourself.
Don't do that.
Yeah, just do it. If you're curious enough, don't search it up in your main source. Use the incognito version.
That alone should tell you not to do it.
Just do it.
I feel like you will end up on somebody's list.
You'll end up on a list for sure.
You'll end up animated Scooby-Doo gangs.
Don't do it. I don't want to see you on a fucking TikTok video. Don't do it. Whoever's watching this, I can think of one person that hasn't seen it that is gonna want to watch it now because of this part. If they get this far, don't fucking do it, you fucking weirdo. I'll say it after the podcast.
I hope they do watch it, and then they tell you, because that means hey, they actually do watch the whole thing.
Ew.
You know what? I hope they watch it and then they learn not to listen, and then you're the consequence of your own actions. Anime will be ruined forever.
Jesus Christ. But yeah, I think that'll be it. Basically a summarization, accumulation of both of theirs. Labels are dumb. Let people just be people.
NFTs.
And invest your money properly and safely.
Buy Dogecoin to the moon.
No, don't do that.
Just put it into GameStop.
No, don't do that either.
All right.
But that'll be it for us, you guys. Thank you guys for watching. We appreciate you guys' love and support and the vibes and the comments in person, because none of you write anything in the goddamn bars in the boxes. Just
Bars?
Yeah, bars. You're just looking at them. Just in the box. Just leave a comment. Say hi. That's it. Or let us know, I guess, if you watched that shit. So yeah.
Okay, bye. Wait.
No, share.
All right.
Yeah,
like, comment, share, subscribe.
Yeah.
Who are we sharing with today, you guys?
Everybody.
Share it with somebody you know that's watched Boku no Pico.
And oh yeah, check out the Spotify in the description down below too. All the links to our socials will be there, streams and all that good stuff. And yeah, that's kind of about it.
Search up the dude in the jar.
We're going now, Chew. The dude in the jar. You're gross.